Thank you all so much. We are sorry for the technical hitches. Thank you to our technicians on the dashboard for the great work you've done to rapidly bring us back live. Before the technical hitches came up, we were talking about success stories. We heard from Mrs. Asa Pascaline. She told us how she started from selling vegetables, going on to sell grated cocoyams, and moving past that, she's now into importing decent Christian wares. So it's a great thing too. And we were with our very own mother, Mrs. Fumi Sephora, my own mother, and she was telling us how she kind of came up from dropping out from the university because some funds were not available to really further the education, and from there she moved past that level to get into street vendoring, and from there she kind of became a supplier. That's when she kind of found grace before God to really meet with these Chinese people who kind of took her from grace to glory, like maybe our Father in the Lord would say. So we'll still continue with her as she would summarize or quickly just tell us her success story.
Thank you very much, and sorry for the technical fault. As I was saying, I was just explaining on how I became a businesswoman, and I was explaining on the how I met with these Chinese people and left the street vendor to become a supplier. And from the supplying of the underwears, I was supplying everywhere, supplying all the other markets. I will go with my husband to all the markets in the town. We even went out of the town to supply. And this is my business. And today, by the grace of God, I started importing from China. I went to China for my first time 2013, and really started the importation line of the underwear business. And about my entrepreneurial story, as I was a street vendor, I knew all the stress, all the difficulties, all the challenges you find on the street while selling, all the dust, the mud, and the torment from the municipal police people and all that. So I had all that. I felt that, and I really feel for those people that were on the street like me. So I had that idea to build a business center, and by the grace of God, I got a space just near the market. I want to say I'm the first person to have this idea in Douala, because like to see an empty space near the market, the existing market, and try to build something that we harbor, that we take people to have their own like shops to sell. So when I started with Marché Fumi all started 2006. That's the entrepreneurial stage. When I started like encouraging those street vendors to establish to a small place where I rented, and I placed tables, and I encouraged them to leave the street to come and take those tables to sell. Some of them followed me. They came. I rented them the space on the tables, and from the tables I started building small this and kiosk. From kiosk, they occupy the kiosks. That is why the market started. And by 2010, the contract, because that space I was renting, it was about 800 square meter I was renting. And then by 2012, my husband and I, we have to build a building there that had about 120 shops. People were renting, and many of these people believed in me, were selling together on the street of Marché Central, Marché des Femmes. They saw me coming up. Many did not believe. They say, la fille si a mis la main quelque part, that I put my hand somewhere. It's not possible that now, yesterday that we were with her selling here on the street. Why she is the one that has built this market like this? They didn't believe that God could change someone's story. And some of them that I used to preach to them, they knew that, yes, I'm a child of God. Because I always preach to those mama that are there in the market. I always tell them about the goodness of God. So some of them, they believe that, no, ça c'est un enfant de Dieu. And with God, you can do all things. So from 2015, we had that zeal to expand the entrepreneurial side of our business. Means too much demand for shops came up, and there was a space just behind the building that we had, the former building of Marché Fumi. I stood one day, I was just observing that place. I was observing and I just lost in my thought. I said, God, how can I have this place so that we can make a Carrefour of 3 market, a more sophisticated building? I took an hour, just lost in my thought and meditating on how to have that space. It was not easy because many people came to buy that place. They were duped. And one day, someone just came with a document of that space on my table. They are selling that place. Am I interested? I said, God, you are wonderful. Means, as you said, the heart desire of the righteous shall be granted unto him. Thank you, Jesus. I took this document. I went to meet the DO, and I talked to him because he was like a big brother to us back then. He said, that place is troublesome. I'm the one hindering the sale of that place for long bet. If you want to go for it, I'm behind you people. So that is how we bought that place 2015. And the enemy started fighting us there, but God was there to intervene. 2019, we had all the papers and we started building the new Marché Fumi, which is a more sophisticated and modern building with a capacity of about 300 shops. And we had the inauguration of Marché Fumi 20th April 2023. We were graced with the inauguration by the Minister of Commerce and the Minister of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise and other dignitaries. We had the governor, all the officials were there, and people were so marveled, and people said, this thing started when? My brothers and sisters, all this is the Lord's doing. As he said, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And the courage, this scripture always gives me that courage to knock everywhere, to do things that sometimes myself I'm surprised. And also to not be being afraid to succeed, because many people, they're afraid. They want to do business. Maybe they think in their mind that maybe to do business you need a big capital. Someone like me that started business just with 25,000 francs. I'm telling people, 25,000 francs. I started business. Then 5,000 francs. Mm-hmm. How did I come about with the 25,000 francs? I was doing small jangi in the house, like how jangi in the house, how many people are there. We were just cotising like 200. And when I took my own jangi of 25,000, I said, what will I do? I started buying those shoes from the Chinese people and selling. And today the 25,000 francs has grown on to, I don't want to say the amount here. So for young people who want to start into business, really don't be afraid. As the saying goes, think big, you start small, and you see yourself being big. And you should not be afraid on which business you want to start. Just believe in God, believe in yourself that you can succeed. Because everything your hand finds to do, you do it diligently. This word diligently is very important in business. You want to be diligent in business. Back then, we wake up by 4 p.m. to go to the market. 4 a.m., sorry. 4 a.m. to go and open the shop. Because before 5, customers are already there. 7 o'clock, market is already finished. The people that will come and buy to go back to their own zones, to their own town, they have already bought their things, they are left. And you now that will come to the market maybe by 9 o'clock, you just come and be looking spaces. While others have made millions. By 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m., they already made their millions. They are just there now to look at those one customers that are coming. My husband and I were like working like crazy together. It was not easy. We'll stay all night sometimes to mold our own design of the bra we want to sell the next day. Because that time there was a particular set of bra that was no longer in the market, and people really, the demand for it was too high. So the one that was in the market, we needed to change the shape of it so that we could sell. We will stay the whole night, the two of us, working it out. When we come in the morning with our goods, that's how people will be rushing. They'll say, but this nouveauté came from where? Where is this one coming from? They'll start looking, where is this one coming from? We just had that idea to create. Always to create things, to create opportunities, to create a business and all that. Until today, really, we are still working. Because the sky is our limit.
That's right. That's right.
That's starting point. Sorry.
Amen.
By the grace of God.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Fumi Sifora, for that. I mean, it's so inspiring. It's so insightful. I mean, some points you would even be tempted to cry. Kind of feel for our mom. I mean, what she really went through. But what's inspiring there is the fact that you have you begin your business with 25,000. I mean, your figures now are so great until, I mean, you are afraid to call it on a public place like this. It's so great. So it's such a great thing. And just to say that putting God at the center of it all is equally a great thing, because, I mean, she made a statement, it's all the Lord's doing. And that's great. So he really grants the desires of them that diligently seek him. So our mom here has sought God, and God really, I mean, those things you are seeing are just so great. They're so marvelous. I mean, God can do, as she said, the sky is not her limit. I mean, it's just the starting point. So thank you so much for that. Thank you, Mommy Fumi. Thank you for that. So very briefly, we're taking a brief break. We would be right back. Very, very brief.
Asa, we have some comments online, and we have Ngompoli, which is watching, and we have Jude Ori, who is also watching us, and he say he's watching from Douala, and he says so interesting and encouraging. Thank you, sir, for your observation. And we also have Oji Chantal, which is from Boya. We are also appreciating you, Mom. She said great one. And she has a question, Asa, and the question goes to us: what is the best mindset when we engage in business, concerns of challenges and competition? So I think that's the question, and she needs some clarifications there. And we have also Kudi Miranda, who is also watching. Thank you, Ma. Thank you very much. And we have Ugweze Okudilichuku. Thank you, sir. And he says, God Almighty bless the program. Amen. Amen. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We also have Nancy Mamu also, who is also watching. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. We are so much grateful for your observations too. And we have Okopo Solomon O'Malley. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your observation. And as I also have one interesting followers. Also, we have the International School Mentorship Programs. They are also saying, and they say, God is great. I'm blessed with this edition of the Quest. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. And we also have Simeon, Dekote, Alina. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our audience, and we are blessed to have you guys. Please keep your comments, keep your reactions, and make sure you ask your questions. And our audience, our guests are here, and they are going to clarify. Thank you very much, Asa.
Thank you so much, Ibolma, for that. Thank you for the recap of the comments we have there. Thank you for the reactions. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your question, Orji Chantal. It's noted at the very end of the show, your questions are going to be responded. So just continue with us. And an answer is going to be, it's on the way, it's coming. So just be very much patient. Yeah, but keep your questions coming. At some point, at any point, should you have a question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. All questions are going to be attended to. So we are continuing. It's already a great ride, I think. So I think we've from now I can always already see people smiling, and I mean myself, I'm already inspired because I think one other thing that I learned from Mommy Fumi here is the fact that she was resilient. And there's a statement that says that when opportunities meet someone that's ready, that's your jackpot. So she was in the streets of Aqua kind of walking, and she was already having that ready mind to go into business. And now when the opportunity came that for her to meet with the Chinese people, it was already her jackpot. I mean, she just grasped the thing and she embraced it. And I mean, look at the results. They are so verifiable, so real. Thank you so much, Mommy, for that. And we, as you said, the sky is not your limit. So, okay, just to continue, I would like to find out from you, Mrs. Asa Pascaline, what are some significant obstacles that you faced, I mean, as an entrepreneur in Cameroon and your business environment? What are some obstacles? Is it like, okay, you just kind of move past selling leaves to cocoyams, and I mean, it was just very much okay for you? You kind of, leaves were just always green, cocoyams always green, I mean, very, very much okay, up to the point where now you're doing your importation and you're selling. Is everything just moving smoothly? Of course, there should be some equal but opposite reaction. So what are those things?
Okay, thank you for that question. The saying goes thus: there is no success without obstacles.
That's right.
And those who are pushful, they see the obstacles as stones, stepping stones, to get to their desired position. So I had those challenges when I was growing up at that early stage, but I kept moving. Presently, there are challenges. Where I live in Minkwele, the road is very bad. And sometimes I face the challenge of transporting my things. So that is an obstacle.
Of course
It
is.
slows down the business because of that bad route there. And also, another challenge is, I don't know whether I would say ignorance of tax payment, because when it comes to taxes, sometimes we see different people coming to the quarter. And then we look at the road is so bad, but we see people coming.
Mm-hmm.
They will come and park their car somewhere, and they will come now and be asking us these papers, that if you don't have this paper, you are in trouble. And then sometimes they start packing our things into their cars. They will just come and start packing our things. So those are some of the challenges and discouraging to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of my neighbors, they have closed their shops.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody like me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything stopping me. I'm that type of person that whatever is around, whatever is happening around, I just look for the solution. I see it as something that is going to take me higher. So I look for a way to overcome that challenge.
Wow, that's so great. That's a great mindset there from Mommy Pascaline. That's to say that you looking at your obstacles as your stepping stones. Thank you so much. Now, Mommy Fumi, as your journey has been very long in business, I mean, as an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how long your list of obstacles are. Because as she would say, maybe if you've been applying it equally in your life, that's to say, taking your obstacles as your stepping stones, it means that from the achievements that we've seen, I mean, your obstacles that you've taken as stepping stones are very much great. Now, what are some of these obstacles that you really have encountered as an entrepreneur in Cameroon?
For me, first of all, I'm a very ambitious person. So striving to succeed and guided by the Spirit of God, knowing that wealth and health are the blessings of God. Knowledge and wisdom are given by God. So I'm not afraid of the obstacles or the challenges I face on daily basis. Instead, they gives me strength, the courage to move forward, to push through in my business and all that. Obstacles are not they're inevitable. You always meet obstacles in everything you do. You always meet obstacles, but the most important thing is how to go about them. We as children of God, we have what they call, we have Christ, who is our amortisseur, like how do you call it in English? The shock absorber. At one moment, I lose hundreds of millions in a fire outbreak. My warehouse, where I stock a container of goods, meeting with other goods inside, you can't imagine. And the fire outbreak came and swept everything. If you are not a child of God, you have RBC now.
Of course you
Yeah,
will.
if you are not a child of God, you have RBC.
Your BP will rise.
Yes. You have stroke. But something happened to me that day is 2019. And the shock was so strong that at one point I find myself like something's happening in my body. But one voice came to me. Have you forgotten who you are? Have you forgotten who you are? That voice gave me back a mighty strength. And I stood up. I was just now cracking jokes and people were laughing. They look at me. Hey, is it not a person that is having, what's happening? So people were surprised. They really said, ça c'est les enfants de Dieu. These are children of God. So, and that gave us a lot of debt in the bank. And we were not afraid. We know that we are working hard and we are going to pay the debts. And we have paid them all. And obstacles and challenges comes in various ways. Like you want to succeed in business. If you are not taking a loan in the bank to expand your business, you cannot meet up with the demand. You cannot make ends meet. So you always be there to take loans and see how you can pay. Sometimes you even take a loan you put into a business and everything's crumble. What will you do? Are you going to go back and be crying? No, you have to have a resilient spirit, always capable to bounce back. No, we children of God, we have a lot of advantages, like those other people in the world there. We have a lot of advantages, and we just need to make use of our advantages. We need to know that the wisdom to make wealth comes from God, And since from my childhood age till now, this has made me to realize that I'm destined to succeed in whatever I find to do. You see? To understand that challenges are there, yes, difficulties are there. Rain always falls, suns will shine. But are you going to stop? No. You need to continue pushing through so that you succeed in life. So one of the things to avoid even this obstacle and challenge, you don't need to depend on men, on people. You see, you don't need to depend on people. You need to depend first on God, who is giving you that wisdom to make wealth.
Wow.
You see.
Yes, that's so
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much for that one there. Now, still talking about obstacles. Now, in a world that really follows trend, Miss Asa Pascaline. Now, in a world that follows trend, haven't you had some complaints from kind of these young people? I mean, in your market, trying to complain or maybe say some things about your dresses. How would they? Do they really appreciate that? I mean, do you sell only, or okay, maybe your setting is just are just Christians? Are they the only ones who? But what are some of the obstacles? Maybe if you state them clearly so that we'll see, because we are dwelling more now on only maybe counseling, that we should not kind of look at the obstacles. But then let us state the obstacles first.
Thank you very much. One of the obstacles I face in my business is the fact that I sell female descent dresses. And some people, like in the world, like you rightly say, what is trading is mostly that which is not decent. And I most often I hear comments like c'est seulement pour les mamans. C'est seulement pour les vieilles mères ici là. It's only for old women. It's only for, she's selling just mommy dresses.
Oh, Lord.
Even you will see somebody, an aged woman will come in and say she wants a dress. You present a very nice, beautiful outfit for that person, and the person will say, no, this one is for big mama then. And that is a challenge. Well, to me, like I said, all those challenges, they are inevitable. They must come. So sometimes I will just tell my customers that you need to look good.
Of course.
You need to look classic. There are occasions whereby you cannot enter there with indecent dressing. So at least this is going to solve a problem. If you have to go out maybe to such occasions, you need something like this.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So that is how I will tell them. And also, another challenge is trust
Okay.
from some suppliers.
Okay.
So sometimes you trust the supplier so much so that you entrust your money into their hands, and you are expecting the best. And sometimes they don't even
Give
some
you
of them just keep quiet. They don't supply. Some will supply what is not needed. Some will supply half of your goods. When you cross-check, you discover that it is not what you asked for, or it is not up to the amount of what you ordered for. And when you want to get back to them, you hear stories like, we are sorry, when next you want to order, we'll add it up. So those are some of the challenges I face. And like I said, they don't break me, they mold me.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mrs. Asa Pascaline, for that. Thank you. So the obstacles you face is that of people who kind of follow trend, are kind of giving the words like you heard from her. We say it's a pule mamang. That's to say that it's a very ancient, for very old people. Now, that's one of the thing, and maybe bad road networks, the way she stated. Now, mommy, for me,
Yes.
you've dealt in this for years. Kind of, how do you, like, you spoke about taking loans. I mean, because loans are so important to kind of business people that deal on a large scale. If you must expand your business, expand your scope of business, you must work with loans. Now, do you face any challenges in this light?
Yes, us business people, we have a lot of challenges on loans, because we deal with the commercial banks with a high interest rate of loans that really do not like encourage us to to expand the business, especially the microfinances. They are just like these usuries in the quarters. You know, they are so expensive, but if we want to like succeed, we'll manage with them. Because we go for them because the banks are so demanding on certain documents, on land titles, and the procedure towards the banks are so long to obtain the loan. We want to ask a loan to a bank, although their interest rate is quite encouraging, it's helpful, but the procedure is so long and it discourages many small and medium-sized enterprises, people like me, and we'll have now to go to those microfinance and try to make ends meet through them. But there are so many challenges towards the financing, business and all that. And this we plead, if the government really want to encourage us, the face on daily basis, they could encourage us with loans with cheaper interest rate. For example, in the US, they instead encourage people to take loan because loan do not have tax.
Wow.
But also in Cameroon, loan is more than the interest of that loan. You see,
Yes.
if really the VAT could reduce, it will help us business people to do more business, to invest, to increase in our business.
Wow.
It's not easy, really. We face that difficulties alone too much.
Okay.
And also, as sister was saying that their own challenges was the supplier and all that.
Trust.
The trust. For me, I've not faced that so much because I deport myself today. I travel myself to China. Before I want to like start communicating with you or to send my money, I make sure I know where you are in China. I know your location. We discuss business. Then before I come back, before I transfer my money to your company. So for that one, I have not really faced that challenge so much. I faced it one time and I did not repeat it.
Okay.
I did not repeat it. Means I bought things and then when they were going to supply, what they supply was not what I paid for. And I said to myself, I will not do this type of mistake again. I have to travel myself and really do the business. Challenges also come from the, as she said, the tax. Before, when I was ignorant about the tax collector or the tax system of the country, it really dealt with me, and I went to train, to learn on how to help myself on the tax system of the country and also help others. And by so doing, I became a partner. They call it in French partenaire fiscal intégré, mean an integrated partner of the tax of the tax system in Cameroon. And this gave me a lot of knowledge on, also made me not to be afraid to expand my business, because many people are afraid to expand their business because they think that tax is their hindrance. They are afraid of the tax. So we went to the training and we got the knowledge, and today I'm training many women in my association and to leave the informal sector to be in the formal sector, because once you are in the informal sector, you cannot grow into business. You can't grow into business. You have to be in the formal sector, means you have to know the tax system, you have to pay your tax. And when you pay your tax, you can go in for loan to increase your business. So these are the difficulties many people are facing, and that I also faced before, but now I'm okay with that.
Oh wow!
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mommy Fumi, for that. And still, with you, I would stay to say that you import from China, you supply to people,
Yeah.
and we know Chinese people to be people who extend their markets they enlarge their coast to anywhere they really want to. How do you really, does this look like an obstacle to you too?
Yes, of course. Chinese people are the number one. They are number one competitor now in our business, because at first, before their system was okay, they were just selling wholesale in bulk. Means people like us can buy from them. If you don't want to maybe import from China, we buy from them to also retail to the other suppliers. But today is different. They sell to everybody. They retail, they sell in bulk, they also retail. So we don't know have the chance again. You see, we need to travel now and look for our own different things, different from theirs. That is how we also can like succeed to make up in the business cycle. If not, they have spoiled everything for us, and really the government is not doing anything about that. And the thing really has discouraged many business people that were like buying things in China to come to sell. And another thing is the importation taxes that is really killing us. Like us, the Cameroonians, the economic operators in the country, we're supposed to be like in advantage, but instead the Chinese people are more advantageous than us. Maybe we bring a container, the tax they're putting on us are really great challenges for us. And we are praying every day, hoping that things will change.
Thank you
They'll
so
put more
much.
interest on us.
Of course, it will do change because you are already part of the association. You train people to understand taxes, and your proximity to the government is very close. So we just pray that your words or your prayers are not falling on deaf ears. So the government is actually getting or hearing you, and they are going to obviously do something about it. We believe so. So, Mrs. Asa Pascaline, there are a lot of things about obstacles now, but do we dwell on obstacles? No, we don't dwell on them. Now, how do you how do you stay innovative and competitive? Because of course, as you are selling decent wares for Christians, decent dresses in general, of course you have people who are equally selling. How do you stay innovative and competitive in this domain?
First, I know that if there is a problem, there must be a solution. So what keeps me going is the fact that I am solving a problem.
Okay.
Yes, I am solving a problem by supplying these decent dresses to my customers. And also, what keeps me innovative and competitive in the market is learning new skills. Yes, learning new skills, how to go about the business, because you cannot just stay in the same place with the others. You need to learn new things. You need to apply new things in order to move forward with your business. That is why I earlier mentioned that recently I obtained a professional certificate in digital marketing, and to be creating content in marketing my goods, I create content and then run ads on the social media platforms. I think that is what keeps me going.
Thank you so much for that. Running ads and she is equally a content creator about her good. She creates awareness that, okay, this is what I sell. It's a great thing and it's helping her. So because digital marketing today has taken a toll on businesses. Yes, because if you must be successful in business today, if you don't work with the tools that the digital world is giving us or are giving us, you might be lagging or lacking in many things. So that's very much important. Mommy, just very brief, how do you stay competitive and innovative given that China is the same supplier with you and they are really grappling to seize or have all the market from you, how do you stay innovative?
How do I stay innovative and competitive? I'm into a real estate company, and what I do is I train people. Maybe if you don't know what business to do, you don't know how to go about it, I train you, I encourage you so that you can rent a shop from me and become my tenant.
Wow.
You see, I do not longer focus more on the trading business because I have two companies. I have the trading company and I have the real estate company. With all the competition and all the difficulties and challenges we find in trading and all that, so I decided to like switch to another system of business, which is the real estate, and hoping to like create this all over the 10 regions by God's grace. That is my vision. And what I become like a business consultant because I have the vision, I have the knowledge and all that. Some people come to me, je veux la boutique, mais je ne sais même pas quoi je vais vendre. You know, I tell them I can help you. Tu veux la boutique, oui. Loue d'abord la boutique. When you rent the shop now, tell you, okay, you can sell this one. This one can move well. Do you have the capital? Yes. I direct you the supplier in China. And I help you to import. You bring your goods and you sell there. You have become my tenant. So for me, I'm not hiding like my knowledge on the business. I instead like to make people I like when people do the same business like me. You see, some people are like wondering because they usually ask, why is this one just open like that? They don't understand. She's not hiding. Well, if you need a supplier address, I'll give you. Even if the same supplier is supplying me, I'll give you. You know, I know that when you buy goods, you say you pay my rent. So for me, I don't mind. That is how I remain innovative, and I'm trying like to create more spaces to build more shops in the future. And with the help of the government, I think it's really going to be realized.
Wow. What a great way to be innovative. That's to say, you just multiply your source of income by just switching not far from your business.
Yes.
I mean, just going into something that is still in line with your business, and you are making your money, and that's innovation. Wow, that's so great.
And another innovative thing I'm into now, I'm into logistic.
Okay.
I know people have difficulties to transport their goods from China to Cameroon. And last time I went to China was to strike a business deal with another company there to be their representative here in Cameroon. So work in partnership for the logistic company.
Wow.
So that is what we are creating now. Like I can help you, like contact a supplier, which I have on my in my catalog. If you are interested in the supplier goods, you buy, you send to my cargo, and I transport for you. You pay me the services.
Wow. I already told you guys that Mommy Fumi is not somebody. I told you that you people should not be deceived by the introduction she gave you people. I told you, did I not tell you people? I told you, I get in what she's saying. She told us that she was just an entrepreneur from the beginning. Now she has told us that she is into real estate. Now she is telling us that she is into logistics. Are you not seeing that what I told you is true? Okay. Just be following. Just be following. It is not yet. The profile is not yet. It's not yet. Just be following. Follow keenly. Mommy, tell us your innovation again.
Yeah. So when I checked around, my business, like the real estate business, requires me a lot of like blocks. I say, okay, I'll open a block factory, means a factory to produce blocks, cement blocks.
Okay.
So I already built the place. I was like pumping out sand from the sea to start the block factory, but I had a challenge because my dragger sank into the water. So that one really slowed down the project I had in hand. But I'm trying to pull it out, and by the grace of God, I'll still realize the factory. I'll still put on the factory into realization.
Wow. The list is going to continue on and on and on if we are looking about innovation. But the summary of it all is that our mother here, the way she tackles the competitors, or the way she stays alive even when the competitors are there, is that she spreads her sources of income. Yes, she spreads them. She makes sure that she has multiple sources of income, so that she's okay. She does not have a problem kind of giving you her source of maybe her supply here. You might think that that's where you are blocking her, but of course she's already having so many other sources of income.
Even the Chinese people are my tenant. I have them in my market.
That's so that's
so I'm
great.
not afraid.
That's great. So you move past people that even supplied at maybe breakaway prices that could even crumble you to become a real estate agent, and keep those people who wanted to crumble you under you now as tenants. Wow, that's so brilliant. That's so great. So you have to be diversified. You have to diversify your ideas. Yes. So that's so great. Thank you so very much, Mommy Fumi. I mean, I'm sure you are believing me now, because when I was saying at the beginning, you thought it was just a teaser. I was trying to flatter you, but now you have words, Abby. Okay. Thank you. So very briefly, we're going to just have a short break. Very, very brief.
Okay, very, very interesting there. And our audience are really showing up, they're popping up, and there are so many reactions, there are so many viewers, and there is someone here who says, good evening, the question, that's from Philo Ocean. Thank you very much there. And we have MC Brain. He says, wow, very inspiring talk, ma. Thank you very much, MC Brain. Thank you very much, Alice. We are very, very much happy that you guys are listening to us keenly. And Asa, please, there's a question here from Johnson Heather. He said, good evening to all. I really love the program. So I have this question, please. So how should I manage business and family responsibilities to grow? Please, I need help in this area because it seems like a challenge. I think that he's really needed. He really needs some clarifications on that. I think that you're going to help him. So please keep your comments and we'll talk shortly. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much, Abel Mafo. Thank you for the recap. Thank you for the question. So this question that comes from is it Johnson Heathator? He wishes to know how he could manage business and family responsibilities to grow. I'm sure maybe the question comes because responsibilities in the family are equally so much grappling for his attention, sometimes very much demanding. And maybe you really want to equally take the money that you would have used to kind of feed the family and you want to put in business. Now, how do you manage these two? Let me first of all begin with Mommy Pascaline. How can you really help? Let's help a brother here, please.
Okay. Like we said before, managing family and business is not that easy. But we believe that when you believe in yourself and you believe in God, who is the author of the family and also the one that gives us the wisdom how to make world, he will give you that wisdom. So the starting point is God first, so that you don't have yourself to be so stressed up and so overwhelmed Worry and anxiety, it breaks you down, and you're not able to take care of the family, and you're not able to take care of the business. So you need to focus on God first. Secondly, you should set your goals well. Set your goals. If you are with the family, give your best to your family. And also involve your family in your business, so that when you are in the business, they are also there. Even if they are not there, they know that you are in the business. And so the other activities, they will help you out in the other activities that you were supposed to handle. So I think combining the two, bringing in your family to assist you, and also bringing in God, who is the author of these two domains, everything will be fine for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Asa, there for that. The place of God, God's place is always there. Secondly, you could involve your family members. Involving your family members maybe at the very beginning doesn't necessarily mean that you employ them or kind of you give them goods to go and sell. Involving them sometimes might just be informing them that, okay, maybe the business you are doing is still in its infancy. Yes, it hasn't gained some grounds yet, and they would obviously understand, because that's equally involvement. Sometimes it's just because we have not really kind of explained some things to them. Yes, so that's equally involvement. But I keep seeing Mommy Fumi ready already to tell this brother something. So
really ready to tell the person something. You have read my mind. Yes, I want to really know for the brother who is asking this question. Is he he's a beginner in the business? One, if he's a beginner in the business, he should play a deaf ear on the family responsibilities, because he cannot be at the same time trying to plant and at the same time trying to eat what is planted at the same time. If he is like putting too much attention on family responsibilities, he will not make up that business. That business cannot grow. And if the business doesn't grow, you do not succeed. That same family will mock at you tomorrow. So, my brother, first of all, when you are planting your cocoa farm, as you are putting your seed in the soil, you are watering it. You are watering it. The thing is growing. You cannot eat it at that same time. Not so. You have to allow it to grow. The wind will blow. You are there supporting everything. That wind, all those things are the family members that they are pestering you. We need money for this. We need money for that. Tell them short and simple. You are struggling. They will not kill you. Because tomorrow, when that cocoa tree will start bearing fruit, they will see the fruit, and everybody will start enjoying the fruit, and they will be happy with you. All what they were saying about you before, it will just be, it will no longer mean anything. Now they will be praising you. So now, if you want really to emerge, like that is our own, that is my story. For example, when I was struggling with my husband, we played deaf ear to the family, external family responsibility, because our children were still small. We played a deaf ear. When you need something, we say we don't have. Contribution for this, we don't have. We don't have, and we don't have. And really, we didn't have. Because we're still struggling to build something up. We're renting, we're living in one room house. No chairs, no kitchen, no, just the bed. For about 10 years. Can imagine. When that time you are struggling like that, so that tomorrow you can build your house and be there. And at the same time you are trying to solve matters in your family and all that. You will not realize your dreams. And you will not be able to even help them. Just pray for them that God will help them. And you continue doing your work. When you will be somebody tomorrow and become successful, everybody will see it. Now there will be no excuse. When they'll have a need, you'll be there to give a hand to help.
Wow.
So don't play a superhero when you are still fighting for your own life.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Mommy Fumi, for that. Define the state where you are. Are you still growing? Are you sowing your seeds? Define that, and equally tell yourself, where am I now?
Now.
Yes, where am I now? and where do I want to get to? Maybe you're running a very small business, and okay, what's your vision?
What's your vision?
Yes, so you put all that into consideration.
Mhm.
Just a very last question here. I will still go with you, Mommy, for me, very briefly.
Mhm.
What's the best mindset when you engage in business, given that you know the challenges and the competitions that exist in business?
The best mindset first, to be humble.
Okay.
Put shame in your pocket. Be humble. Anything you find to do, do it diligently with a resilient spirit, a striving spirit to succeed. You know, that word diligent is so important in whatsoever thing you're doing. Because when they talk about diligence, do it as if that is the last thing you do before you die self. Build the energy, the striving energy, and do it.
Okay. Wow.
And be humble in whatsoever thing you do. Because once you are humble, you'll be able to learn, to listen, seek for knowledge. Don't make as if you know too much or nobody can teach you. You will not go far. Always have that teachable spirit, that you always have the attention to listen. If you don't know, go to those that have succeeded before. Humble yourself to go and seek for advice, because that is what is killing some young people today. Let me tell you, education is not business. They are two different things. Education and business are two different things. If you have gone from to masters, know that in business it's the same procedure, the same distance. It's the same distance. So go to those that have already experienced what you want, learn from them. It will shorten your distance and you will succeed.
Wow, thank you so very much. The place of mentorship, the place of humility. Humility is going to push you to have that mindset that you are supposed to always be learning, because you never know enough. That's very much great. Humility and keeping that resilience. Thank you so much, Mommy, for that.
Sorry for to cut you. And also to have one thing in mind. That is so much important. That removes fear from you when you want to start a business. One, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And secondly, anything your hands finds to do, you do it with all your might. You will succeed. That is the word of God.
Thank you so much. The word of God is primordial. You can do everything through Christ who strengthens you. Mommy Pascaline, just very, very brief in some 1 or 2 words. What do you have to tell this person? What is the type of mindset this person is supposed to keep, given that the person knows that business is very competitive and very challenging?
Okay, what I will say is that you should stay positive. Stay positive and persistent. Make up your mind that whatever comes my way, this is what I want to achieve, and I will achieve it. With God, all things are possible.
Thank you. Be optimistic, be positive in anything, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So I am not the one to now tell you that you've been blessed, you've learned a lot from the show tonight. You've jotted down things. I mean, what's expected of you now is just to go apply these things, and we're expecting results. We're expecting lots of results. So, very, very brief, in 1 minute, one last word for one person out there that you really just want. Mommy, for me, just one last thing in 1 minute for one person.
Believe in yourself. First of all, believe in God. Believe in yourself. Be humble. Be resilient. Be persistent. Have patience. Apply the let's say when we talk of poverty, POOR, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Please be ready so that when opportunity comes, you'll meet a breakthrough.
That's right. Thank you so much. Be ready so that when opportunity comes, that will be your breakthrough. In 1 minute, Mommy Pascaline, what do you tell that person out there?
Okay. I will tell you that despise not the days of little beginnings. Start small and grow big.
Thank you so much. It's very simple and clear. I need no other arguments, no other plea. It's clear. Just do not despise your little beginning. Start small and you would grow big. It's been a great time to have humble, insightful panelists this evening. Thank you so much, Mommy Fumi, for your presence. Thank you so much.
To be
Thank you for accepting to be here. Thank you for what you've shared. Thank you for your success story. Thank you for your milestones. Thank you for all that you've given unto us, talking about taxis, talking about many things and the opportunities that exist. I mean, from your story, we've learned a lot. Thank you so very much. Thank you equally, Mommy Pascaline. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great things you've poured out on the show tonight. Many people out there already testifying because they've learned a lot from you. It's always a pleasure to have all of you. Thank you all so much, our audience too. Thank you for following from the very beginning to now, and thank you equally for following with us, because we had issues, but you still stayed with us and you didn't leave. So we would just ask you and plead with you to continue with us. It's every Sunday, same time, same place, and same things happening. So just do be with us. I remain your humble host, Asa Kimbi.
Good evening, Miss Chima.
Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Oji. How do you feel?
And they're going to join the choir. I mean, and
we're going to get in as a 12.
Just breathe.